Ulysses Lee Jr. Bridgeman, born September 17, 1953 and died on March 11, 2025, was an American businessman and professional basketball player. Bridgeman played in the National Basketball Association, NBA, for the Milwaukee Bucks and Los Angeles Clippers from 1975 until 1987. Bridgeman owned Ebony and Jet magazines. Despite never making more than $350,000 a season during his NBA career, Bridgeman had a net worth of over $600 million, making him one of the wealthiest former athletes in the world. His wealth is primarily derived from his business ventures, particularly his extensive portfolio in the food and beverage industry. After retiring from basketball in 1987, Bridgeman ventured into entrepreneurship and began purchasing franchises, starting with Wendy's. Over the years, he built a massive empire, becoming one of the largest franchise owners of Wendy's restaurants in the United States. He eventually expanded his holdings to include other businesses, such as soft drink distributorships and commercial real estate. Early life. Ulysses Lee Bridgeman Jr. was born in East Chicago, Indiana, to Ulysses Lee Bridgeman. He attended Washington High School and was a member of the 1971 basketball team, which went undefeated, 29-0, and won the Indiana State High School basketball championship. Among his teammates were his brother Sam, Pete Tregovich, and Tim Stoddard. Personal life. Bridgeman was a member of Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity. In 2008, the PGA of America appointed Bridgeman to serve on the PGA Board of Directors. The Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame appointed Bridgeman to the Board of Governors in 2010. Churchill Downs appointed Bridgeman to the company's Board of Directors in 2012. In 2016 to 2017, Bridgeman was appointed and served on the University of Louisville Board of Trustees. Bridgeman was also a member of the Simmons College of Kentucky Board of Trustees. Bridgeman was honored numerous times at Bucks games following his retirement and made regular appearances at Bucks games for bobblehead nights and autograph signings during charity donation drive events. Bridgeman was a member of the Louisville megachurch Southeast Christian Church. On the Bucks' appearance in the 2021 NBA Finals and recalling his Bucks team's repeated Eastern Conference Finals losses, Bridgeman said, "You know, we all wore the same jersey at some point in time. So, you feel a relationship there and so much admiration for the guys that are able to get to the finals. That was our dream of ours, and unfortunately, we ran into a couple of guys in Boston and Philly at the time, but they've been able to do it and just wishing them all the luck in the world." Doris Bridgeman was Junior Bridgeman's wife. She was his business partner. Bridgeman had 3 children, Justin, Ryan, and Eden. His daughter, Eden Bridgeman Sklenar, is the owner and CEO of Ebony Magazine and Jet Magazine. College career. A 6 feet 5 inches, 1.96 meters, tall guard/forward, Bridgeman attended the University of Louisville and played college basketball for the Louisville Cardinals men's basketball team. Bridgeman was the Missouri Valley Conference Player of the Year in 1974 and 1975. Bridgeman led the Louisville Cardinals to the 1974 NCAA Division I basketball tournament as a junior. As a senior, he led the Cardinals to the Final Four of the 1975 NCAA Division I basketball tournament, where they lost to eventual NCAA champion UCLA 75-74 in the national semifinal. In his collegiate career at Louisville, Bridgeman averaged 15.5 points, 7.6 rebounds, and 2.7 assists in 87 games. Professional career. Milwaukee Bucks, 1975 to 1984. The Los Angeles Lakers selected Bridgeman in the first round, with the 8th overall selection in the 1975 NBA Draft. On June 16, 1975, almost 3 weeks after the draft, the Lakers traded Bridgeman, David Myers, Elmore Smith, and Brian Winters to the Milwaukee Bucks for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Walt Wesley. As a rookie with Milwaukee in 1975 to 1976 under coach Larry Costello, Bridgeman averaged 8.6 points, 3.6 rebounds, and 1.9 assists. In 1976 to 1977, Costello was fired by Milwaukee after a 3-15 start, and assistant coach Don Nelson, who had been a player for the 1976 NBA champion Boston Celtics the year before, was hired as coach. Bridgeman improved, averaging 14.4 points, 5.1 rebounds, and 2.5 assists. On December 15, 1976, Bridgeman scored a career-high 41 points in a 129-125 loss against Boston. Nelson and Bridgeman were together for the next 8 seasons. Bridgeman was used by Nelson as a complement to teammates Bob Dandridge, Marques Johnson, Sidney Moncrief, Bob Lanier, Quinn Buckner, Myers, Winters, and Mickey Johnson during his Milwaukee tenure, as the Bucks had powerful teams, winning division titles in 1980, 1981, 1982, 1983, and 1984. On April 5, 1981, Bridgeman scored a career playoff-high 32 points and recorded 6 assists in a Game 1 Eastern Conference semifinals loss to the Philadelphia 76ers. Los Angeles Clippers, 1984-1986. After 9 seasons in Milwaukee, on September 29, 1984, Bridgeman was traded by the Bucks with Harvey Catchings, Marques Johnson, and cash to the Los Angeles Clippers for Terry Cummings, Craig Hodges, and Ricky Pierce. On January 29, 1985, Bridgeman scored 30 points in a loss against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Milwaukee Bucks, 1986-1987. After spending 2 years in Los Angeles, Bridgeman returned to Milwaukee for one more season before retiring in 1987. He played in 711 games for the Bucks, at the time, the most in franchise history. This was surpassed on March 20, 2023, by Giannis Antetokounmpo. In his 12-year NBA career, Bridgeman scored 11,517 total points. Overall, Bridgeman was a sixth man for most of his career, averaging double figures and scoring for 9 consecutive seasons. Some believe that if the NBA Sixth Man of the Year award had existed before the 1982-83 season, Bridgeman might have won it multiple times. In his career with the Milwaukee Bucks, 1975-1984, 1986-1987, and the Los Angeles Clippers, 1984-1986, Bridgeman played in 849 total NBA games, averaging 13.6 points, 3.5 rebounds, and 2.6 assists, shooting 47% from the floor and 84% from the line. Bridgeman also served as the president of the National Basketball Players Association from 1985 to 1988. Bridgeman resigned after the 1988 CBA and the controversy of the Junior Bridgeman antitrust lawsuit, in which NBA players sued the NBA for violation of antitrust laws. The players argued that by compensating to eschew from matching offers for free agents and abuse of the salary cap, total players' share of gross revenues decreased from 61% to 54% from the 1983-84 season. Death. Bridgeman died on March 11, 2025, in Louisville after suffering a heart attack at an event at the Galt House Hotel. Entrepreneurial career. During the off-seasons of his playing career, Bridgeman worked and learned the business model of Wendy's fast food restaurant franchise. After retiring from the NBA, he invested in the franchise and eventually owned over 100 various Wendy's and Chili's restaurants, before selling in 2016. In 2016, Forbes ranked Bridgeman the 4th wealthiest retired athlete in the world, behind only Michael Jordan, David Beckham, and Arnold Palmer, with an estimated income of $32 million. As president and CEO of Bridgeman Foods, Inc., in 2017, Bridgeman became a bottler for the Coca-Cola Company, and in 2018, he signed a letter of intent to buy bottling operations in Canada. In December 2020, Bridgeman, via Bridgeman Sports and Media, bought Ebony and Jet for $14 million after the magazines had declared bankruptcy earlier in the year. On May 26, 2022, Mana Capital Partners, an investment firm co-founded by Bridgeman, announced that the firm had partnered with Ball Corporation to construct and operate an integrated secondary aluminum mill in Los Lunas, New Mexico. On October 18, 2022, Alabama Governor Kay Ivey announced that Manna Capital Partners would invest in a bottling facility to be located in Hope Hull, Alabama and operated by affiliate Manna Beverages and Ventures. On September 24, 2024, the Bucks announced that Bridgeman had purchased a 10% interest in the team, with the deal valuing the franchise at $4 billion. According to Bucks co-owner Jimmy Haslam, Bridgeman purchased the interests of several minority owners at an undisclosed discount from the stated value. Rest in peace, Ulysses Lee Jr. Bridgeman. You may have gone, but you will never be forgotten.